Alright guys, Gritty Grower here. I'm sure you're wondering or you know what this is. This is a reverse osmosis machine. This is how you take tap water that comes out and clean it down to nearly 0 ppm depending on your applications. One like this, which is a $200 unit, gets it down pretty low. How low? Let's take a look over here. Turn on my ppm meter if it ever decides to turn on. Oh, there we go. Got it on. Let's take a look at the tap water. This is tap water that came out of the faucet. No reverse osmosis. As you can see, it's around 291 ppm, which isn't too bad, but it's no reverse osmosis water. What's the difference? Let's take a look. Remember, tap water, this is reverse osmosis water. Over 200 ppm less of contaminants are in this water at 90 ppm. The higher end units will actually get this nearly to 0 at a faster rate. So let's take a look at this machine and how I get it to work, because as you can see, clean water is happy water for plants. First things first, you get yourself an adapter piece like this. I'll have a link to the description of what this is. You screw this in on the bottom, like so. Then from here, there's a bottom part of the adapter piece, which is this silver piece, which screws into this. This is your basic hose fitting right here. We snap that on there like that. As you can see, it's like a snap-on piece. Just gonna show you one more time with a good camera angle. And next up, what do? Well, we turn on the water. And how it works is, as you can see over here, I'll explain this. This is the clean water end. The water that comes out of here is actually at the 88 ppm that you saw. Over here, if we look, there's another hose putting out water. This is the dirty water. So unfortunately, this does waste a little bit of water, as the clean water has to be passed out through this while dirty water goes over there. And as I'm sure you can imagine, with a flow like this, filling up a 20-gallon bucket for a deep water culture system like myself is not ideal, but the return is worth it, because as you can see by the ppm meters, everything here is clean. Everything that comes out is absolutely clean and happy. This works out great because, unfortunately, the only issue that you will have with this is that you will take out the magnesium from the tap water, which your plant needs. So when you get your near 0 ppm water, you must add 200 to 400 ppm of MagPro. 200 if it's more of the grow phase, 400 if we're talking more of the bloom phase. And that'll put back the magnesium that was removed by the reverse osmosis system. I was gifted this by a friend. He grows in coco and he grew in dirt, and he swears by this thing. Before he had this thing, it was a completely different animal. He said his plants responded and looked a lot healthier and happier, and that he had no problem getting a higher end one, which caused him to gift this to me. The one he has can fill up a 20-gallon bucket in probably half the time as this. So I just wanted to give you guys a brief rundown of why this works, because clean water is really part of the secret of a little bit extra goes a long way. You take your clean water, you get yourself some high-end nutrients, and really, you're good to go. I can't stress enough how much I really can't wait to experiment on a grow with this and really show you guys how it's done and that it's worth it for the investment, because a lot of you have probably put a lot of money into your grows and always are looking for that little bit of way to get a little bit more back. And I definitely got to say, clean tap water out of any situation, whether it's dirt, soil, hydro, whatever, is the way to go. So I just wanted to give you guys a brief rundown of how well this works and how to get it set up, and that it's really not as intimidating as it seems, and there are more than one ways to set this up. This is just the one I use for my household. In the meantime, you guys should subscribe to the channel, hit like, all that good stuff, and really make light of all the information that you have here if you're considering it, because this is probably the easiest reverse osmosis video you'll see. Okay guys, take care. It's Gritty Grower.